Okay guys, we got another review for you today. Today we'll be reviewing the Sig 1911 Tac Ops threaded barrel version. Let's go ahead and take a look inside the box. Obviously this isn't the first time I'd been into it. It comes with your standard brochure. I got to cut the band off of a brand new Sig again. That's always fun. Some stuff. This Milcom, this is good stuff. It's more of a grease. Stays on vital parts a lot longer than oil will. So really do like that. This particular model comes with 4 magazines. And I thought that was a real selling point. Considering that mags can be up in the $40–50 a pop range, so you gotta figure that's minimum $200 right there. So here we are with the Sig 1911 Tac Ops. Let's go ahead and give you the specs on it. The overall length is 8.75 inches. The overall height is 5.5 inches. The overall width is 1.4 inch. The sight radius is 6.5 inches. And the weight on the pistol is 41.8 ounces with the magazine. Now that's with an empty magazine. 41.8. Obviously it holds 8 rounds, so it's a 8+1 capacity. As with most SIGs, this one comes with the Sig Light Night sights. This one is a little bit different. I'm going to try to show you here. This almost has a big dot kind of feel to it. The rear are 2 much smaller dots, where the larger, or the front is quite larger. So I really do like that. It almost has a big dot feel to it. Now both the slide and the frame are finished in nitron. Obviously it does have the accessory rail. And this has quite a few different features that I was really going for that make this more of a custom gun, and the price is well beneath that custom gun range, and that's what kept bringing me back to this pistol. We'll go ahead and start out with the trigger. Obviously it's a single action only. They're saying that this is a 5-pound trigger. Has a little bit of take up, but it also does have some adjustment. I just haven't played with it. So little bit of take up, and then just a crisp break. I'd say it's fairly light. It could be 5 pounds. But I've definitely felt lighter, like on you pick up a Wilson or an Ed Brown. Those things are just crazy. But this is definitely doable. Am not disappointed with this trigger at all. It feels like a nice, light, crisp trigger. A lot of the other features that I really liked on it is it had the threaded barrel. If you get an aftermarket or even a Sig threaded barrel, basically you're looking at beginning at about $250. So getting a from the factory threaded barrel saves you a considerable amount of money. Obviously you're still paying for a barrel, and but it just offsets, because generally if I have a gun with a threaded barrel, I just leave the threaded barrel on there. I don't really switch them out, so there's no sense in having more than one barrel for me. Also, it came with the Sig Light night sights, as I stated. These are fantastic. Sig does a great job with those. It also has the skeletonized hammer and trigger, and I'm really not much one for two-tone, but I think as little as they've done on this one, just the hammer and trigger, I think it's just enough to be okay in my book. When you start doing this, that, and everything out, it gets too much. Also too, this one comes with some very aggressive front and rear strap checkering. Great grip, just a phenomenal grip. Also too, it comes with the Ergo. I believe these are the XT. They're kind of a rubberized. They have a little bit of give to them, but still do have, I guess, kind of almost like a sand grain kind of texture to them. Really grippy, but not nearly as grippy as that checkering up there. Also too, it has just a massive flared magwell, and that just makes reloading just a breeze. Also too, if you can get a real great look at that, but it has an extended mag release, and I didn't even really realize that until some of the other 45s I had shot, or 1911s I had shot. You kind of have to break your grip, get over there, so you can come down on the other side of this angle. With this one, that's not the case, because it's just extended just enough for you to reach up there and hit that. So another, just between the magwell and the mag release, those are two really great features. I also too did want an ambi thumb safety, and I'm not real big on those thumb safeties that get real paddle-like, get real wide. I just don't think that's necessary. I generally go for these low-profile ones. Obviously, this one's a little wider because it has to clear the spring and detent housing, but definitely just the way I wanted it. Obviously too, these are called low profile. As you can see, they're Novak style sights. There is some adjustment for windage, no adjustment for elevation. But I got to tell you, this thing is right on target, pretty much right out of the gate. On one of the shooting runs we went on, we basically put the target all the way back to the very back, and we were just eating up the silhouette and those high vis targets just all day long. Just incredibly shocked at how good this gun makes me. I generally don't make shots with a pistol at that range. Definitely going to say this has something to do with it. Is it the weight? Is it that straight back pull that 1911s are known for? And I've seen quite a bit of feats of accuracy with 1911s over great distances. So to say that they're not an accurate gun is just something is just dumb. This one is very accurate, as are most. So great deal there. Also too, I really do like this memory pad. A lot of them do have that, some of them don't. but it also comes with this kind of swooped up beaver tail. I really do like that as well. You know, the memory pad, it's just something that you can feel every time you get a grip. I can feel that memory pad in there, so I know that my grip safety is disengaged. I mean, it's just a constant reminder that that grip safety is disengaged. So definitely like that. I mean, obviously with a 1911 pistol, you got way more safeties than you know most people are comfortable with. You know, obviously it's an older concept. John Browning felt that it was necessary to do that, and you know, he created just a fantastic gun. But you know, a lot of us, you know, with all the polymer wonder pistols, we've gotten away from grip safeties or thumb safeties and all that stuff. So when you don't use one quite as often as you do, you know, a Smith & Wesson M&P or a Glock or whatever, you know, it's just nice to have features like that memory pad that's a constant tell. So that pretty much covers all the features, I think. It breaks down just like your typical 1911. Go ahead and do that for you. It also comes with a flat spring. That to me was a little bit new. I'd never seen a flat spring in a 1911. So, pretty much breaks down like any typical 1911. Not a whole lot to look at in there. And same here. All pretty basic. As you can see, I got a little wear on this one. Starting to rub the coating off of that barrel, because like I said, I've got a little over 500 rounds through it, and going to say that a good half of those were shot suppressed. So let's go ahead and put this thing back together. So there we are, put back together. And as with everything, if it has an accessory rail, then it needs an accessory on it. If it has a threaded barrel, then I'm pretty sure that it needs something on that too. Well, there you go, guys. This is the Sig 1911 Tac Ops threaded barrel version. Obviously, it's got a Streamlight TRL-1 and an Osprey 45 on it. And as you can see from some of the video, this thing is just a quiet shooter. This is a great can, and it appears this is just a fantastic host. I have heard in a lot of forums that some of the sound testing equipment shows 1911s usually a little bit quieter on the readings while shooting suppressed, quieter than some of the other pistols. So just thought that was kind of a neat piece of information. And there you go. Got any questions, give me a holler. And if not, thanks for watching.